Hey guys, everyone, welcome back to another Pokemon Showdown video. This is gonna be a first one on a different channel. Alright, everybody, so today's video we're gonna be talking about how to make an overpowered team. So now, as you can see, I have a Snorlax. So now there are very few important things to remember. First of all, you gotta remember your stats, alright? So 160 base HP and 110 attack, so it's a bulky physical sweeper. 30 speed, now here I have assault vest to increase my special defense right here, and I have 4 EVs here to increase my defense. So now let's talk about the moves for a second right here. Here I have counter to punish physical attackers, honestly. Earthquake for some power, Body Slam for some stab, and a chance to paralyze, and Heat Crash to like counter steel types that might take advantage. Now, one of the very important things about team building is type matchups, abilities, and items. So now, Snorlax here is a normal type. So normal types have a weakness to steel and fighting. So now since I have fire coverage, I think I should use a fighting type, right? So let's get and select a fighting type. For this one, I think I'll go Hawlucha. Now, I'm gonna show you how to build an overpowered set using Hawlucha. Well, I mean, Hawlucha might not be overpowered, but hey, why not? So I'm giving it Mold Breaker because it ignores the effects and the abilities of other Pokemon, so it can like let's say Ferrothorn, Iron Barbs, or Rocky Hill, Iron Barbs. It'll just ignore that. All right. So first of all, let's go for some powerful flying moves right here. So should I remember when putting a move? There's usually some sort of strategy, like a sort of combination between them. Okay, so first of all, I think I'm gonna go for a Roost here, and then I'm gonna go. What do I go for? Should I go Aerial Ace? But it's usually. I think I'll go Acrobatics on this one. Now it's time for a fighting type move, and now you can see how Lucha has a really lot of uh, fighting type moves. So now let's take this. Hawlucha has an base attack stat of 92, base speed of 118. So we both know this is gonna be pretty fast. Okay, so yeah, this is how we're doing this. Now we're gonna go a plus here, then we're gonna do a minus here. Sorry, a minus here. So this is an adamant nature, am I right? So now we're gonna give it Swords Dance to increase its attack. Okay, then should we give it Drain Punch? But we already have Roosts. Now these are very important things to remember because your moves are to be unique and like have a specific role in the set and the team. So just remember, in order to have an overpowered team, you need to have an overpowered strategy. So right here, I have this fast physical sweeper, right? Base speed is 335. So now if you go here, you can see Regieleki has the best speed with base 200, but I don't really like using Regieleki that much, so no. And there's something you should consider is using a team type calculator in here. So this will help you in many occasions. It's gonna help you find the weak spots on your team. Alright, now can calculate now rating below average, but it's okay, we only have 2. So now here we go. Now our team in an overview is weak to electric, ice, flying, Psychic, and Fairy. Now look at the recommended additions. Now let's pick one. Let's see. You know what would really go great? A Steel type. But before, why don't we just calculate its type matchups? It's still below average. Now Steel Dark is Bisharp's typing. But what if we were to do Skarmory's or Corviknight's typing? Still below average, but don't worry. I think we should do this. Corviknight now here can work as our defensive pivot to force switch ins and switch outs. Remember, these are really good like tips for you guys here. Okay, you know what? Let me just plus here. Showdown's right. So now you can use a Corviknight, or you can use Skarmory. Now, Sturdy you can use with its base 140 defense, but Corviknight, however, is like okay. So I think I should go with Corviknight right here. So let's go with Corviknight's Mirror Armor. So now items are in fact important. Okay, so like heavy duty boots protects me against hazard, but what I like to use on Corviknight is leftovers. Now let's go with Body Press, Brave Bird, Roost. Then we're gonna go for a Tailwind right here. It's a physically defensive, right? Okay. Now what we need, we have some sort of roles on the team. See, Snorlax, it's a bulky sweeper, meaning it can take hits, but it can give very powerful damage amounts. Now, Hawlucha is a fast physical sweeper, meaning it's fast and it's meant to like destroy your opponent's team. But Corviknight here is sort of, its role here is to force your opponent into difficult positions. Now here's something that I like to use is a water type. Okay, so now we have some great water types here, but what I would use here is Swampert. Okay, so water, then ground. See, now it's above average with Swampert here. Now I think I'll do Torrent. Wait, what is Mystic Water? No, I think I'll go for leftovers right here. Now, here's the set that I like to run. It's Earthquake, Ice Punch, Waterfall, and Flip Turn. Alright, so now what we need is a hazard setter, right? Stealth Rock is a great hazard setter. We need a fast hazard setter. So can we do Aerodactyl? Well, let's find out. Well, turns out we can't, because Aerodactyl's type really draws us down. But what if we were to use a Psychic type? Now this is pretty good, because Azelf has great speed with the ability Levitate. We're gonna use Stealth Rock on this. Pretty funny, right? So now Azelf looks like a fast mixed attacker. So yeah, I'll give it that. I'll give you heavy duty boots. What should we do? Should we do Calm Mind here? And then we should use Extra Sensory. Then we should use, you know what, I think I should do Protect here. Do you get Protect? Yeah, you do get Protect. So yeah, here we have it. Now with the Psychic type, we have two weaknesses to cover. electric and ice. So now let's say if we add a ground type to gain immunity from the electric type, and then we could give it a fighting type probably, or something else. But for now, see, it's above average with the only thing you haven't resisted is water and ice. So what would happen if we were to put a fire type? It's still above average. Now let's look at this. Alright, so how many of my Pokemon resist electric types? Well, we have Swampert, but that's just really it. But ice types, how many do resist it? None. Well, that's good because ice types are rarely used here. I mean, like, so we could use Kyurem right here. We could really use him. Like, I have experience using Kyurem, so now it's still above average. So yeah, there are a lot of options we can do here. But honestly, let's get on to our final Pokemon, Excadrill, I'm hoping. Because you see, I'm picking Excadrill here for a very specific reason. Oh no, what's that? It drew our rating from above average to decent. It's okay guys, just chill. Yeah, let's do Mold Breaker with Life Orb. Now this team is gonna be pretty powerful, but keep in mind you do have 2 steel types, 2 flying types, so do keep in mind that. But Snorlax, Swampert, and Azelf should really help you. So now what we want is Earthquake, Swords Dance, Iron Head. Now what can we do? I think we could do Rock Slide here, and it's a fast physical sweeper. So now you have it guys, a good team. So now, how is Excadrill weak to fire? Doesn't make sense. But when people usually fight against Excadrill, they don't use fire, they use water and fighting types. So water and fighting, here you have your... What do we have against a water type? What can we do? See, that's why I value the team type calculator because it's an epic tool. So now we have Thunderbolt coverage against water types with total 361 speed as elf, which is pretty much good. You guys can use showdown damage calculator if you want, but that's gonna be your team, everybody. So I've done my part. Goodbye.